Hey guys, Teresa Apel for Darkhorse Press, and I'm out here on Old Canton Road in Ridgeland. Behind me you can see there is a crime scene, and what I've just learned from the police chief is that it is a triple homicide here in the city of Ridgeland. He said to his knowledge it may be the first one they've ever had. Now let me get you turned around. So obviously we've got this house right here. Well, that driveway anyway is taped off. We got investigators in the yard over here. There's not a whole lot on this that's public yet. My understanding from the chief is that it was called in about 3:30. There are, like I said, 3 people who have died. It was gunshot wounds as far as we know. And hold on a second, I have a text from him. I just want to make sure that I'm getting this right. Just give me a second. Okay. All right. Yeah, y'all are, what you're looking at there while I search for a text message is a triple homicide in Ridgeland on Old Canton Road. The chief says that all 3 victims here are members of the same family, that they will not be identified today. Of course, they're going to try and notify family during all this. But that's what we're looking at here. Again, we don't know much about this yet. You know, this is very early in the situation. You know, we're on the scene very early, and the point is that this is a big deal for Ridgeland. I can't remember a triple homicide, and the chief said he can't either. I'm not sure if he's coming to this scene or not, or what the procedure is going to be out here, but if I find out, I'll let you know more. We're going to update on darkhorsepressnow.com, of course. And sorry y'all, I was actually on my way back home from Missouri when I passed the scene and stopped. So I'm going to try and gather you some information, but basically I just stopped and called the chief and then figured I would let you know what's going on. Because again, big deal for the city of Ridgeland. Triple homicide here on Old Canton Road. All 3 victims are members of the same family. And again, they won't be identified immediately because police do have to find their family members. We have NBI's crime unit on the scene, and of course we have more police officers arriving as we speak. So again, I'll turn it around and let y'all kind of take a look at the scene from here. That's going to be NBI pulling in. And of course, we've got the mobile crime scene unit over here. Police on the scene over there. If you're just joining us, what we're looking at, we're on Old Canton Road in Ridgeland. Got a scene of a triple homicide. All 3 members of the same family. We don't have a lot of details yet. The call came in around 3:30. It is a shooting crime, apparently. It is a gun crime. Not clear on if there are suspects yet or anything along those lines. Like I said, I literally just pulled up and saw this scene here as I was on my way back into town from Missouri. It looks like police are interviewing a possible witness over there, so we're not going to keep the camera over there. It smells a lot like coffee where I'm sitting, and I don't know why. But again, Old Canton Road, Ridgeland Police Department working this scene, as well as NBI. Triple homicide being probably the first one in Ridgeland history, the first one the chief remembers, Chief Brian Myers. I don't remember one either, and of course he's been here longer than I have. So again, just right here on the main drag, you will, if you're driving past here, you're going to see the cars, you're going to see the crime scene tape, you'll see the police in the yard, that kind of thing. And as we know more, of course, we're going to let you know what we find out. Let me turn you back around again. There are 3 cars in the driveway. It looks like there may have been another one, as the driveway is all dry except for that one spot. That could be anything, though. I'm not trying to say there was definitely a car there. That could be anything. And of course, if you're coming this way, I would suggest that you just check this video later. Don't slow down too much to look at everything because you'll cause accidents. Again, okay, and the person I thought was a possible witness is not. He's now wearing a vest, so we can come back over here a little bit. Again, for those who are just joining us, I'm kind of watching as some of y'all are popping up here. We had a triple homicide in Ridgeland today. Apparently the call came in around 3:30. It was 3 people who are in the same family. So far, no word on suspects or anything like that. It was a triple shooting, to our understanding. Again, I know I'm telling you the same thing I've told you over and over again, but this early in a scene, that's going to be all you know. And this will be something that obviously we'll probably be reporting on for the next day or so, just trying to gather information as we can. It is Mother's Day. I am not going to speculate on what this homicide was, but sometimes we do see more homicides on and around holidays. But again, there's no way to tell what this even could have been. We don't have any real information at this point. But that's where we are now. Again, you've got investigators and other first responders in the yard. And you have 3 vehicles in the driveway. What looks like it may be a 4th. There was a triple homicide. Yeah. So I'm live right now, so I've turned it away from you. So you don't know them, do you? Okay. Sorry, guys. See, that's the thing we need to not do. Don't pull over on the side of the road when you see these things, because it does back up traffic and it could cause a wreck. We're on Old Canton Road in Ridgeland. Again, triple homicide, 3 victims from the same family. It was a shooting, according to Chief Brian Myers. Now, this is not up at darkhorsepressnow.com yet, but it will be when I leave the scene. Obviously, right now I am talking to you guys and therefore cannot be writing. But at this point, there's not a lot to say. Where on Old Canton? I don't know how to tell you exactly, but there's a gas station down there. Oh wait, it looks like there is a street sign down there. Hold on. What street is that? Yeah, right there, right after the Rice Road intersection. Okay. Okay, and y'all, do me a favor and don't get into any kind of dumb arguments in my comments, because I'm not here to listen to y'all fight with each other over dumb stuff, okay? There are 3 people deceased today, and it doesn't matter where it happened or any of that. Right now, we're talking about a crime scene, not whose city is better than who else's. If that offends you, go ahead and sign off. But yeah, so we're on Old Canton Road, close to the Rice Road intersection. Again, we've got MBI, we've got Ridgeland Police on scene. Somebody asked why not the coroner. He's probably not here yet. Or if he may have been here and gone. We don't know the answer to that at this point. There is evidence of a possible 4th vehicle in the driveway that could have been the coroner. Remember that when you see something like this, whether it's on television or on Facebook, you are seeing a snapshot of the entire picture. So what you're seeing here is what's happening at this moment. It does not describe the entirety of this situation, which I think is important to say. Yeah, I figure since we don't have EMS and we don't have the coroner and it was called in at 3:30, they've probably cleared the scene. and that's probably why nobody's going in and out and that kind of thing. I imagine the crime scene folks are probably inside. We do have, like I said, other detectives in the yard out here. I imagine the reason we have as few cars as we do is probably because it just happened, it happened 2 hours ago. Would be my guess. Again, early into this, we don't know much. Tracy, you're asking if it's female or male. We don't know the answer to that right now. All we've really got is 3 members of the same family, gunshot wounds. We don't have a name or anything yet. They generally don't say who called it in until they've got more information. I don't know that we know that. I know that the media doesn't know that, I guess is a better way to put it. So like I said, at this point, what's going to have been released is very, very, very basic. This is on Old Canton Road, not far from Rice Road. We're about that far from the Rice Road intersection. This is Ridgeland, again, a triple homicide. Police chief says, to his knowledge, this is the first triple homicide Ridgeland has ever had. So that's what we know at the moment. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on. Thanks, Kamala. You said you're probably not coming out here? Question mark. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to let me start over. I'm trying to multitask right now as I show you this crime scene and try and gather evidence with my other phone. So again, Old Canton Road, triple homicide shooting. All the same family, no names released. Neighbors in the yard, of course, because what a crazy thing to have happen next to you. Okay, so I'm not going to stick around here. It looks like the chief's already been here and gone on. So that said, again, this has been here about 2 hours. It's a triple homicide on Old Canton Road in Ridgeland. First triple homicide anybody remembers. 3 shootings. And I guess we'll know more as the investigation goes on. Obviously, we're too early to really know what's going on yet as far as beyond those first facts. So guys, again, Therese Apel for Darkhorse Press. I'm in Ridgeland on Old Canton. There has been a triple homicide in a house not far from the Rice Road intersection. Again, just to run over the basic facts that we have again, triple homicide, all shot, members of the same family. Old Canton Road, more than likely Ridgeland's first triple homicide as far as anyone remembers. So that's what we have at the moment, and we'll update as we know more. Again, I appreciate y'all watching. Therese Apel for Darkhorse Press.